Kaden Honeycutt, we're a few hours now after the checkered flag of the Snowball Derby, and you've still got a Tom Dawson trophy sitting behind you after Tech. Has it set in yet? What does Snowball Derby champion mean?
Man, it means a lot. It means a lot to my family. It means a lot to Pat because man, Pat's been running these races for years and years. He has been coming down here and trying to win the Derby, and man, we did it. We did it for him. We did it for Jeff. We did it for Larry. It's thanks to those guys that I was even in the race car. I was able to be here this weekend in the super late model. Um, Man, it's my first super win. I couldn't have dreamt it of being in a better place, man. This place has a special place in my heart. This is where I grew up how to walk. This is where I grew up smelling race fumes, and to just to win it is people have been here for years and haven't won it, and to do it, and they're basically our fourth try. Um, it's unbelievable, and it just showed how strong we were. Had such a good race cars, thanks to JC Umshad and all my guys that worked extremely hard this weekend to get it done.
You line up third on that final restart. Walk me through that process. What are you thinking when you've got Ty Majeski lined up in front of you?
Yeah, I knew he was good. Obviously, he led pretty much the whole race. Um, I knew what I was going to do, but I wanted to do it the right way. I didn't want to go down into one. I mean, anybody can go in there into one on the restart I had and just punt both of them and then move on about your day. But I wanted to race Ty with respect. You know, I got to race him next year, right, too. So I don't want to make an enemy like that. Um, and we'll be racing each other a lot, I'm sure. But no, like I wanted to do it right. I got him pretty good off of two, probably a little bit harder than I was intending, and then he served it right back into me in the three, which was way fair game. I was totally fine with that, and I got back to him and I drove underneath and passed him, man. It was unbelievable. Like we just had an extremely good car there at the end. Those tires were perfect. Thanks to all my guys for doing that, and JC making the right calls to win that, um, and the way we did it. And JC's a huge help of my career. He's put me in positions that I never thought of being in. So thanks to him and everyone. Thanks to my family, all my supporters, Cook Electric, Hamke Race Cars, LBM, Strange Oval, Ernest Performance, and Peter's Racing Engines. Without those people, we wouldn't have been here.
You get the lead, you start driving away, and Stephen Nassy gets to second. He's running you down. That white flag lap, he's catching you. What are you thinking going into three? Are you driving that any differently than you have all day?
Yeah, for sure. I drove it in probably a car length farther and a car length lower than I did all day. I just wanted to protect it. I wanted to make sure that nothing crazy was going to happen. And thankfully it didn't. So, yeah, just very grateful. And thanks to Steven. I respect Steven way before this was going on. Um, he's a lot of people give him crap, but, you know, he really is a good racer. He's successful for a very good reason. So, yeah, he could have done something really historic and win the Flake and Derby in the same weekend, but I'm very grateful that he didn't decide to wreck me for the win, and he chose Remically, man, and I respect that so much, and especially very humble for that, just because I'm not a super late model driver, really. I've only ran like probably 8 or 9 races, so um, to have that respect from him, I'm very appreciative of that, and hopefully we'll get to race each other in the future a lot more.
Tech here at Five Flags, especially for the Derby, is notoriously tough. What's that waiting period like when you're waiting to hear whether or not it's official?
Yeah, it's for me. I wasn't worried. Mr. Peters has won the Derby before with his motors, so I wasn't worried about that one bit. So I know that car was probably more legal than anything in this pit area. So um, yeah, I was fine. I knew that we were going to be fine. I knew Mr. Peters was here, and he tore the motor down himself, and I appreciate that. We have, as a team, appreciate that from him. We could have done it ourselves and very much screwed something up because that's a $40,000 engine. So, yeah, so I wasn't worried. I knew we were going to have it. Um, but yeah, it is nerve wracking because you really never know what's going to happen, especially with weighing yourself after the race too. So, yeah, it just was awesome. I can't thank him enough for it, and everyone did a really good job today. So, this race is going to continue to thrive, and hopefully we get some more cars here next year.
Now that you've had some time to hang out with this trophy here behind you, what do you think of it? Where's it ranking your favorites?
This is number one. There's nothing better than this, man. And anything in motorsports, this can't even beat the Daytona 500 of the Cup Series. So, yeah, hopefully we can get our first truck trophy next year. But I'm sorry, but this is better. This is the hardest thing you'll ever do. This is the hardest race in the country, and this is where hard-nosed grassroots racing comes about, and that's why it's most prestigious for a reason.
It's cold out here, so I'm going to try to wrap up with a couple more. Past couple months, Cars Tour champion, you land a truck ride, and now you're a Snowball Derby champion. Could you have drawn it up any better?
No, it just shows that the people I'm surrounded by are just amazing people, and I can't believe that they have that much faith in me, and it all took time. Like everything took time to put it together and do what we did. Is crazy, and it's thanks to Cody and everyone at East Motorsports, Al for sure, Jason at Precision for the opportunity of a lifetime next year to go after a truck championship with one of the best crew chiefs in the garage area with Phil, and I know we'll have a really good shot at that. So yeah, just everything comes for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to make sure that next year that we do what we're supposed to do, and I'm going to soak this up as much as I can until it's time to strap back in the car.
Final question for you. You know, Rich Bickle's name is on there 5 times, so is that the next goal?
Yeah, it's the goal is definitely win it more than once, right? But you want to win it every time you come down here. But no, I know we'll come back. We're going to come back and try to defend it. Larry already told me in the tech shed. So, yeah, we'll be back next year. Hopefully get the 58th and go back to back. But it'd be cool to do that. But I also want to make sure I'm having fun and make sure it's enjoyable, right? You don't want to work yourself to death and not remember what it was like, right? So I learned that from Mark Martin, saying that he was winning and the next day he'd forget about it, and then he regrets not soaking up those wins and really enjoying the moment. So that's what I'm going to try and do, enjoy the moment, and come back next year with the same attitude and try to win another.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Hey race fans, I'm Chase Folsom with Frontstretch.com. If you enjoyed the short track video you just watched, please be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch Grassroots on YouTube for more Cars Tour, ARCA, and other grassroots racing. Check out Frontstretch.com for all your racing needs.